What's going on, people? AYINDI'S back again. Today, taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Revelation line. The three figures I wanted to get first. I guess it's going to be the Masterverse series, so I'm hoping to do a lot more with that. Hoping this is not going to be a heir to the new cartoon, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Doing this kind of different because I'll be heading out of town here soon for a couple of weeks. So this one, just an overview. I was just going to do the He-Man figure, but I thought about it. I want to talk about these three. But I'm going to take out Skeletor for a minute and do size comparisons with these two. Just real quick before I get into the more important size comparison. So there's that for her. Do a Storm Collectibles figure. See how that. Take those out. Bring in Accessory Arts. For her, I can get her to stand here. DC Direct Supergirl, if I can get her to stand. Alright. Take those out. Let's see. Bring in a Marvel Legends Captain America. Another Mattel figures I wish they had put this much effort in before they lost the license. But here is Vixen from the DCUC. Mattel's DCUC. Or whatever they're calling themselves, whatever they were calling themselves. It was DCUC, but y'all get the picture. Take those two out, and yes, one more for them. This Hasbro lightning figure. Why is his foot not like that? Reading Dark Buster. One more for that guy. So before I get to bring in some other multiverse characters from other lines, figures, this comparison with bring in two wrestling figures now. When I saw these, I knew when I saw the articulation that they're basing them on. That's the males. They were based on the new. If you've been doing the WWE Elites, WWE Ultimates collection, which are they've been using this kind of technology for those figures. So, and we get double jointed elbows for the females, but I wanted to bring in two wrestling figures that I don't have any. I haven't got any of the Ultimates figures. The only one I wanted was Bret Hart, and I never saw him. I haven't been collecting many wrestling figures as of late anyway, so there's just regular Elite, and here's a female Elite. You can see how they stand with them. I wanted to bring these in to talk about mainly the design choice with Evil Lynn and why she has those arms on the figure. I'm not I won't talk about the animation yet, but just talking about as the figure, why this Evil Lynn looks like she's got those kind of arms. Mainly just the arms that they use with the female wrestling figures. You know, this is Mattel, so I think they're just cutting costs. So, but she does have those jointed elbows, but these have been single jointed elbows, so you can see they're somewhat the same kind of arms. They just tooled them kind of more for these new figures. So that's just toy wise. I'm talking about the aesthetic for the toys, not the animation itself, which the animation looks very good. I'm just worried about what they're gonna do to Evil Lynn. I'm just worried about that. I don't have kind of hopes for the story wise for that show. Let's see, Evil, like I said, Evil Lynn, because they look like they're trying to make her. Why can't we have evil female villains? Her name is Evil Lynn. It's in the name. Still have her box. See, it says Evil Lynn, not sometimes Lynn, not sometimes good Lynn, not occasionally evil Lynn, not sometimes I'm good Lynn. It's Evil Lynn, and I want her. I don't care if they team up to fight alongside the heroes, but she needs to remain evil. Especially all of them. It's like they're gonna do that for all the villains, but I want them to be. Why can't they just be villains? I hope they go back to being villains. Don't keep them good, because that doesn't, That's all I'm gonna say about that show for now. But just wanted to do that to talk about that. Now I want to talk about most of these figures. I went in. I think I was went in thinking I was gonna like Evil Lynn the best, but once I have them, I think I like the He-Man figure the best out of these. Though there's still some problems. I'm gonna go over it. One thing I think his chest could have been a little bit wider right there, just to make him a little bit thicker. But overall, I'm gonna talk about what's a problem with this guy in a minute. The one figure I kind of agree with after looking at him. I keep looking at him. Is this guy? It's mainly just his head. I think his head is too small for this body. I know realistically a skull is not as big. Your skull is not really as big as your head seems to be, but this could have been just a tad bit bigger. I think maybe it's just the cloak. Maybe the cloak could have been bigger. Something. It's just that head does not look right on this guy. Other than that, I don't mind the design, and we even got a soft goods cape for $20. That's kind of Hasbro would take notes. At least they gave us. I know a lot of customizers are gonna laugh at that, but at least they gave it to us. They didn't. Accessory wise, she comes with the most. I know people are probably gonna say she's the best, because the best figure in the line, because she comes with the most stuff, but that's not always the case. But I do think these are pretty good figures. I just don't like his head on there. What am I talking about? I am gonna talk about her though. I do hope we get a regular Evil Lynn in her regular costume. Because this head sculpt is phenomenal. I mean, look at that. Get that to focus on that face. Focused. See if I can get it to focus. What's going on here? It's trying to focus on it. There we go. I mean, look at that face. It is nicely done. The hair is it's a pretty hard, not hard plastic, but it doesn't move that much. So, but when you put it on her, this is a whole different character. This only thing that makes it Evil Lynn is this head sculpt. But when you put this head on there, I have to do it off camera. This is an entirely different character with this head sculpt on here. So I'm hoping we get a regular Evil Lynn, and this can be my like before when she before like when she met Kildor, when she spelled Skeletor was Kildor, and I'm gonna have this be my Evil Lynn one. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a regular Evil Lynn. Because I do like this head sculpt, but just to make this Evil Lynn, I'm keeping this one on, and it has more range of motion. This head sculpt. Anyway, this one kind of hinders. Accessory wise, I do wish he had came at least with an axe. Like I said, she came with the most stuff, but they kind of shorted these guys. And he could have came with his sword, and I wish he at least came with his axe. They didn't give him the axe. I don't know why, but I don't know what's up with Mattel. Your guess is as good as mine. So, but I'm gonna real quick before I get out of here, because I knew this was gonna be long, but just wanted to talk about some things. So I'm gonna let me bring in other Skeletors. I don't have I didn't. That was all. This is why I kind of want this line kind of to go. Hope it just isn't beholden to the cartoon, because I wasn't able to get the Super 7 Skeletor because of their pricing. We won't talk about them, but it'd be glad to get some of these characters that you don't have to pay the base of almost $60 for a single figure. So I'm gonna bring in I know these aren't the original, these are the origins, so I'm just gonna bring in these guys just to show you the designs of these Mr. Skeletor here. Let me get his cape down here. So I'm gonna bring in the origins Skeletor here just to do some looks at these guys. So you see that? So there's your Skeletors. Next we'll do Evil Lynn, because I only have the origins. I'm wondering if the Four Horsemen sculpted these figures too. That face kind of looks like a Four Horsemen face. This head sculpt. I'm just saying, I think it looks like Four Horsemen, but here's the origins Evil Lynn. So I'm still looking for the purple version. Mattel's distribution is still wacky. So here's and speaking of the Horsemen, this was I've done a video on this figure like a long time ago. This was kind of my stand-in, but this is from the Four Horsemen before they went to their Mythic Legions line. I forgot what line this was, but this was kind of my stand-in for Evil Lynn. But there's that. So like should have said what they came with before I forgot. I should have did that earlier. But yeah, He-Man comes with 2 pairs of hands. That's like I said, I wish he came with his axe. He just comes with 2 pairs of hands. Skeletor comes with 2 pairs of hands. Evil Lynn comes with 6 pairs of hands. 3 pairs of hands. I'm sorry, not 6. 3 pairs of hands. And the longer staff, a pouch. So, and the extra head. So that's what I'm saying. Probably people don't know. A lot of people are going to say she's the best figure online just because of everything she comes with. I mean, you're getting bang for your buck, but still doesn't, just because she comes with a lot doesn't always mean this. Things that come with a lot of stuff doesn't mean they're the best all every time. So and last but not least, because I do have 3 different good versions of He-Man. So I do have the Super 7. This is the Super 7 Ultimate version, not the Motus. But you can see if I can get it. That was one thing about the Motu and Super 7, the ankles. Well, most Mattel figures, them ankles kind of went with the first day to kind of get loose on you. So let me And my right ankle there is kind of getting loose. Like I said, I wish he had came with an axe. So here's the Origins version. So I know it's not the original, but it's supposed to be. So you can see. So yeah, you know, I think I like this one the most. Now, articulation, there is something with this I do want to get articulation wise. You know, I think the ab crunch could be a little bit better at the diaphragm joint there. But I think this is a QC issue all around, because I watched Woodman's too review, and I watched some other people's review. It's about getting his leg. I think it's just He-Man. For some reason, it's just He-Man. So when you get it to go out like that, you gotta, especially this one, you gotta kind of, when you bring it back down, you gotta push it back up. And I may get another one just because I don't feel like I'm gonna break it. So I'm just gonna get another one. I mean, it's not, you gotta use a little force, but I just feel like me and my heavy hands are gonna break it. So you see, like Skeletor and Evil Lyn, you get theirs, and it goes straight back down. It's just He-Man that you gotta push him back up. I don't know. I hope Mattel sees that. That is a QC. That is across the board. Like I said. Now, so I seen a lot of reviews saying they couldn't get the legs back down, but you gotta, once you pull in, you gotta kind of push it up to get it straightened out. And it's only He-Man that it does it. Evil Lyn, or is it? I'll just show you Skeletor's. Evil Lyn, go to the side, and just goes straight back down. So, I think that's a QC issue for the He-Man. I don't know why. It's just He-Man that does that. So, but yeah, this was a long one because I just wanted to get my thoughts in on these figures. So I think these are pretty nice figures. I just with the few things they can fix, like the get more range of motion on the ab crunch. I would just wish his chest was a little bit longer, bigger, just to make him a little bit more mass. I wish his head was a little bit bigger on him, but I think these are pretty good figures. I don't know about the show. What I'm hearing, what they're gonna do, I'm not feeling that. I just hope, and I try to make all the bad guys good, and that's kind of whack. But we'll see. But I'm gonna end this right here. I thought it was going a long one, so. But stay tuned. When I get back, I'll have more stuff. Just want to get my thoughts out on these figures. So stay tuned for more. And till next time, yeah. Please get these at retail price, please, as much as if you can. I wish, like, Mattel needs to make more. I know He-Man is going to be the main paint warmer. Skeletor might, because Mossman and Evil Lyn were the ones that were short packaged, from what I saw. He-Man's not going to be that hard to find. Skeletor, it's going to be Evil Lyn and Mossman probably going to be hard to find, but please try to get them at retail if you can. Don't go over $30. I wouldn't go over $30. I wouldn't even go over $25, but $30 at most. If you can't find them in stores, Mattel needs to get their distribution act together. So, but thanks guys for watching. Like I said, stay tuned for more, and don't support scalpers. Peace.